I'm doing really well. I feel like I've got a handle on my emotions in general, and specifically, I've got a good grip on um, more of a grip on my self-worth than I had before. And I know I looked at the results of the test. I was very happy with that. A lot of the things that I was hoping to change, some of the self-worth, yeah, that was the one that was really low for me, and it shot up there quite a ways. So
yeah.
But I think just in general, I feel more like myself than I have in quite a long time. And also, I feel a lot closer to the group than I thought I would even. Miss some of those folks. Actually, I was able to connect outside of the group with a woman that is local, so that was nice. I'm okay being alone now. You know, I don't feel like I absolutely need someone there. I've gotten through that loneliness versus being alone barrier. And I think I'm going to pursue more of my music, playing drums, try to kind of dust the cobwebs off and maybe get another group together and do that sort of thing, because that's really my passion. And I'll keep reading, and there's some other books that I've read that really jibe with the content, and actually a couple of them that have come from other resources, and they say, hey, you should check out this book. I'm like, oh, well, it's one of the extra credit books that I can't remember what it was, the Self-Compassion. It was, I can't remember.
By Kristen Neff.
Yes, that was the book. And I said, that was one of the books that we talked about in rebuilding. So
yeah.
And that's one thing I should say is that they really, in unsolicited ways, have just said, Rick, you look lighter, not, lighter, but lighter in the, metaphysical sense. And you seem more like yourself. And you just seem happier in general. So, and that's been progressing, but more so in the last 10 weeks, I think. It's accelerated the growth for sure. Kind of giving me a leg up, because I was doing the work, I've been journaling, I've been working through the questions and the chapters, but the interactive piece was really missing. And I think that's what's made the difference. I really did feel like it changed me. And that's what I mean. Ultimately, that's the whole idea, is that you're trying to heal and change for the better, and not to repeat the same mistakes you've made. I think that's been my biggest hang up, because it's my second divorce, and I had essentially, it was a rebound relationship that lasted 15 years. So I really think that I got everything that I could have asked for. I got even more information that I didn't know that I didn't know. And I think that's the most valuable part, is that there's just things that you don't even realize until you get that victim consciousness and authentic consciousness background, and then you can see through that sort of paradigm or that lens, and it really things make a lot more sense.
What would you tell somebody who's considering the course?
I would say it does work. It really does work. It doesn't work on its own. It requires doing the homework, doing the reading, interacting on the phone, engaging in class. But ultimately, it really does. It draws you in, and it's effective because it's logical. And it's clear that the process has worked, and there's a logic to it. So much of time in divorce and before and after is just chaos, and I think it gives that framework really gives you something to sink your teeth into, and that framework to understand what's going on and understand yourself, kind of know your own heart. But I think, if anyone were wondering if it's worth the money, it absolutely is. You get undivided attention of a bunch of people, and Nick, and he's just great, very wise. So Absolutely. I recommend it to anybody that's gone through this sort of thing.